Chelsea are world champs.
World champions.
You're already world champions.
Chelsea are Club World Cup champions.
Chelsea are champions of the world.
World champions.
World champions, guys.
Chelsea, congratulations.
World fucking champions.
You've won everything in world football.
Yeah, world champions for 4 years.
Everything in club football.
You're the world champions.
World champions.
You are the world champions.
World champions, yeah. I'm not gonna be one of them like saying, yo, like there's a Kim Pot trophy. It's a pre-season trophy, bro. It's a Club World Cup, man. See the size of that trophy, bro.
Chelsea are gonna have a stamp on their chest for 4 years saying world champions.
They're gonna have Club World Cup winners for 4 years.
4 fucking years saying world champions.
You I try to downplay it like the mad waking thing, you get me? But you comes to a point when you're like, you know what, blood? Man can't even like. If they did a parade, yeah, man can't even knock it. You get me?
World champions.
The champions of the world.
They are the club world champions.
Chelsea are Club World Cup champions.
The best team in the world is now Chelsea Football Club.
Champions of the world.
Chelsea are world champions now. Whatever you want to say about them.
They're going to be world champs for the next 4 years.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to be there 4 years time.
World champions at Chelsea Football Club.
Chelsea FC champions of the world.
My name is Troops. And I am the wise man. And I would like to introduce the reigning, defending, undisputed, undefeated world champion, Carefree Lewis G.
Chelsea are world champs.
World
champion.
Yes, guys, big up every single one of you that's locked in. Yeesh, why do I always leave it on the wrong setting? I can't be arsed. But yo, big up every single one of you in here. We are back live, back for another match preview. We got Mike's jumping on the channel in about 20 or so minutes. I told him to pull up around 5. I thought we'd go a lot longer than what we originally ended up doing for back again. But it was always planned to start the stream by myself. We're going to bring Mike's on in about 10-15 minutes. We're going to talk all things Chelsea v West Ham and get it from a West Ham perspective. We're going to send the link out to the panel as well. And then we're going to talk about the lineup, who we expect to see start. And yeah, we're also going to be getting you guys' opinions in the chat as well. So let us know what you think about the game, what you think about Chelsea as a whole. And yeah, shout out to the community, my guys. You already know what to do. Kiss the ring and acknowledge the kings of the world, the gargantuan, superior, incredible, and inevitable Blues as soon as you enter into the building, people. Big up to Jellyhead. Big up to Nathan. Big up to Paqueta. Big up to Sashin. Big up to Junior. Fielder says, why can't we have Club World Cup, Neto? Mainly because like Neto don't really have a lot of space like he did back in the Club World Cup. That and his form and confidence must be in the pits right now. Big up to Tulani. Big up to David. Big up by G. Big up Rainbow. Big up Junior. Big up to who else in there? Big up Gavman. Man said get on the panel for other side of the coin. Broski, I would be honored to. But here's my thing. These guys go live at like 10 a.m. That's like 4 a.m. for me. It's just not going to work out. Shout out to all the guys that are on the other side of the coin. It's just too early for me. I respect it because it's like, it's Miz's time. He's Australian, so like he's got to do it late. I respect all of that. But I've got to sleep. I've got to catch up on my 6 to 8 hours. Otherwise, me going to the gym is for fuck all. It's just not going to work, my friends, still. But big up, broski, man. And I appreciate that you even put me up with them, man. Big up, bro. Big up to Slime. Big up to JF. Big up to everybody who's joined from the Troops raid. Big up to Big... What is that? Big Gids? I don't know. Big up, my G. Big up to Ati LaFleur. Mateta's going to AC Milan. Fairs. All right, that'll be better for you than Nkunku up top. Fair enough. Actually going to have a proper number 9 still. But yeah, I hope everybody is good because I'm in a personal good mood. Because that 2.3k that I was meant to be paying to taxes suddenly just got halved. Thank God. Thank God I'm not going to be feeling like I'm homeless for a month straight. It was only half of that. You want 1.1k? Take 1.1k. Run that. Easy work. And that also means that this piece of shit microphone that always seems to bottle it at the worst possible times. Yeah, Maldini, you got the same mindset as me. This motherfucker, you're on borrowed time, mate. You got like a week max and then you're gone. Fuck you, bruv. All the time that you've spent just like ruining the audio to all the people watching, to the glorious community that we have. You're done out, mate. You're fucking done out. But thank God, man. The 2.3k was a massive... Fuck that, man. I mean, am I even going to be able to afford food at fucking Arsenal? Fuck that shit. They halved it. I don't even know why they halved it or what the reasoning was. I'm not asking. I don't care. If that's what you wanted, that's what you can get. Up the Chelsea. Up the fucking Chelsea, bruv. Yeah, webcam next, though. This ain't as much of a problem as this shit. This is the real problem. Because it's not even that loud anymore. I listen to myself on back again. I've got the worst mic out of everybody. You are washed. Get to fuck, mate. Get to fuck. Yeah, that one's like a 200-300. That's fine. I was meant to be spending another 1.2k. Fuck that. Big up Reaper, my G. Big up Nathan. Big up Brendan. Everyone's just saying fuck the microphone. I'm with you, man. Fuck the microphone. Fuck you, bruv. Up the Chelsea. I feel a lot better now because I just thought this whole year's going to be a motherfucker. It has not been here through it all. It's been here for like a year or two, and it's been fucked for the last 6 months. This has not been about for as long as, like, people think. I just switch it very easily because I like 30 quid, but I'm buying a proper microphone this time. And the best part about that is that will also be an expense after the fact. So, let's go. Let's go. We stay winning, bruv. Chelsea always wins. Up the Blues. Man said a Mike leaving party. I might leave it in the title. Just as a hidden joke for all the community to understand, man. I might do that still. Get a musician, Mike. Ain't that just one of them Shaw mics? What's a specific musician, Mike? What even is that? Either way, I'm going to enjoy searching for a new microphone after this stream anyway. Let him breathe, Maldini. Let him fucking breathe. Well, I kind of get the Garnetto comparison still. I kind of get that one. There's been like 5 people that have said it's Neto. Neto might genuinely be the most hated Chelsea player in the squad right now. He like the stuff I hear about Pedro Neto is genuine 2018 Willian level vibes. When he scores a goal, man is saying it's still 0-0. When people are seeing his pictures in training, they're like, why is he smiling? Why is he happy? Why does he look content? You're fucking shit. Watching you pisses me off. It's crazy, but I do get the frustration. It's just hilarious to see the comparisons, man. It's fucking bad. Maldini, fuck off, man. I big up Slime. He's saying Palmer shouldn't play tomorrow, so he's fit and rested for the Arsenal match. We need to beat these guys. Now, as much as I hear this, there was one thing that Liam Rossini said that I completely respect. And, like, to be honest, we kind of have to think about it from that perspective too. Tomorrow's the biggest game of the season. I'm going to find out so much. These are the games where you have to step forward and not be complacent. This is him telling you that as much as we hear the Arsenal game and everything, you kind of have to focus on what's in front of you too. And us not doing that might be also where we've dropped points because we've gone into games expecting to win, like believing that we're going to win, and then we just slip up. So with this in mind, I don't mind if Palmer starts, but please, I don't want him to get 90 minutes because I'm with you as well, Slime. I need him for that Arsenal game, be it him starting or him off the bench, because him and João Pedro, I've seen enough. I know that if you want to get like the ice-cold bad man João Pedro, you have Cole Palmer there because you're going to have other players occupying him and you give him more space to work with. So look, you're probably going to have to play him. Or you're going to want to play him because you're going to want to see out the West Ham match. Please, 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 not a 90-minute stretch. Because even in that Napoli game, he didn't really look on it like that. He didn't really want to, like, take on too many players. He didn't want to get involved in a lot of duels. And I respect it. I get why. But with that, I don't want to, like, run him into the ground for 90 minutes just so he's a bit iffy. Fuck that. Fuck that. Yeah, Martin, this is why he can't do 90. If you want to start him and have him in the first half, little 45, 60-minute stretch, I can work with that. I don't mind that too tough. But not 90. I need you for this Arsenal game. I fucking need you, man. I know. You're not wrong. You hear my point. I hear your point. There's an understanding here. But I get the mentality Rossini's showing too. You can't overlook what's facing you right in front of you. And this doesn't mean play the strongest team possible. Just a team like that is still good enough and has enough first teamers to win the game. If you think that means you need to start Cole Palmer, fine, as long as it's not 90. But, like, I'm in two minds about it. I'm really in two minds about it. Let me put a poll in the chat for you guys anyway. Because I want to see where everybody's at with Cole Palmer in this game. I said people still taking the cup game seriously. Of course. We're only 1 goal behind. And I'll be so real. Arsenal not killing us off with the squad that we brought out just gives me even more belief that if you play the strongest 11 possible, we can get a result. Because, like, yo, we brought in a rubbed out 11. No Palmer, no Caicedo, no Reece. They could only beat us by 1 goal. And 2 of them, to be honest, should have been disallowed. It's a conversation for another game, but 2 of those goals should be disallowed. We can get something. Yeah, Caicedo was only a 1-game suspension. It was just a yellow. It was just a yellow. You better not jinx us by going to the Emirates Tuesday. Hey, I've only seen 1 loss this season. I am rebuking all of these jinx narratives right now in the good name of Jesus. I ain't no jinx. I ain't no jinx, bruv. No, we will be there when we dunk on the groomers. 1 loss and you, man, have lost all faith in me going to games. The fuck? This is fraudulent. But yeah, just to a question earlier, in terms of rotation, I do still want to see some level of rotation. Like, this has to be a game where you see Achimpong start. Has to be. Hato, Cucurella is looking so drained. And you can clearly see the drop in his performances now. It's gone from being just a 1-2 game thing. You can clearly see he's dropped off a bit. Don't play him. Because you can play Hato and still get a good result out of this game. And like the last 2 times he played Saka, he's got a yellow card early, and that's meant he can't really like be as tight to Saka paws as we've seen him in previous matches. So look, give him a rest for his own sake, because I'm not even going to guarantee a great game against West Ham. He's looking tired as a motherfucker. Pedro Neto, another one. Like, as much as we dislike like the way Neto's played over the last couple months, I'm not going to make it 1 rule for Cucurella, 1 rule for Neto. Neto has also played a fuck ton of minutes. He's done 90, 70, 90, 90, 70, 90. He's always playing a ton of minutes for us in games. Rest him. Because this isn't even just with the next game in mind. It's because, like, injuries. You man are running these guys down to a point of injuries. And then the performances get worse, and then we start cussing them out for the performances. This is why we got to be honest all round. Enzo. Yeah, cool. Enzo's another one. Has João had a ton of minutes? Chalobah, yeah, I ain't surprised. Chalobah always starts at least 1 out of every 2 games. How many minutes has João Pedro had this season? How many minutes has he had? That I might have completely overlooked that. And we do remember back in October, Maresca did say, like, João Pedro, Enzo, and Caicedo were all simultaneously playing on knocks. At least Caicedo's had like enough time out with suspension. So he's, what's his last couple games said? So 81 in the cup against Arsenal, 85, 74, 15, 62, 27 in the league. So he's still played quite a bit. I think it's just below the likes of Cucurella and Enzo, but it's still relatively a lot. Champs, 90, only 20 against Paphos. I think he's got a bit more rotation than the others, but only just a bit. Only a bit. Like, he still had a lot of minutes for himself, and like he probably isn't as used to it because at Brighton, I'm guessing he was doing 1 game a week. Yeah, he had a knock, and so did Caicedo and João Pedro. So you can even have the same argument for him too. In fact, can we just check most minutes played for Chelsea this season? Fucking type properly, you piece of shit. All right, here we go. Squad statistics. I'm going to go to detailed. And let's go to João Pedro and we'll see who's had more minutes than him. 2.2. Neto's had he's at nearly 2.4k minutes. Cucurella, Enzo's at 2.6k minutes. Fucking hell, man. Yo, what the hell? Let's bring up on the big screen for you guys, just so you guys can get involved in it too. So 2.6 for Enzo, 2.3 for Caicedo. Where is Cucurella? 2.4. So right now, Enzo's had the most minutes, and then I think it's Neto. Yeah, Neto 2. That's basically 2.4. 2.398 is 2.4. What's the point? Right around that shit up. Then it is I think no, Cucurella before Neto. Damn. Well, both are on the same. It's them 3. It's those 3. How many has Reese played? It's a good question. Just 2k on the dot. Chalobah's at 2.5. Fuck, yo, how did I forget Chalobah, man? Yeesh. Yeah, okay. Okay. So Enzo, Cucurella, Neto, these men have been the ones like fully run into the ground. And then Caicedo just behind. Fucking hell. Yeah, Enzo and Neto, I'll be real. All criticisms that we got with them, it's got to come with a little bit of an asterisk. I won't front. Like, I know some man, like, you're going to be more frustrated over some players than others. I completely hear it. I'll be real. Enzo, Neto, Chalobah, Cucurella, those 4 run into the damn ground. Damn it. Achimpong. What's Achimpong's minute? 942. Yeah, bro, give this guy a start on the weekend, man. Give him a start on the weekend. Fuck that. Actually, if I click this. Yeah, there we go. Now we've got it all in order. Lovely, lovely. So that's the most minutes in order. Enzo, Sanchez. Although I don't really know if like goalkeepers can be judged the same way because you're barely moving. Maybe from a mental perspective, that's about it. So Enzo, Chalobah, Cucurella, Neto, Caicedo, João Pedro, and then there's a bit of a drop-off. You can maybe throw Reese in there too if you want to. I wouldn't necessarily put it up compared to the other players. But those are the ones that have like really been run down properly. Why has number 4 got more minutes than Josh? You know why. Experience. Ball-playing centre-back. Fucking hell. Yeah, Maldini, I didn't think it was that bad. Fuck. Enzo, Cucurella, Neto, you're going to have an asterisk next to your name. Because you've played a fuck ton. And I think even for the likes of Neto, they would have played a lot last season. Ooh, let's go to last season. Because with the minimal break that they've had, like that could tell us a lot too. Let's go to 24-25. And does 24-25 include the Club World Cup? It better do. Yeah, it does. It does. Good. Cucurella, Caicedo, Palmer, Enzo are the top minutes played. Neto is in 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7th, actually. He's 7th. Yeah, so Cucurella, Enzo, Neto, Caicedo. These men have been the fucking workhorses. Yeah, Brendan, it's crazy when you actually look at the numbers right in front of you. Fuck! Yo, Enzo Fernandez, you know what? Fair fucks, man. Fair fucks. You've been frustrating, but I kind of understand it a bit more now. No, these are just Chelsea games. Just Chelsea games. And just for the sake of your viewing, here's last season's 2. I think this one's last season's. Yeah, it is. So you got Cucurella at the top. Caicedo with 4,300 minutes. What the fuck? Caicedo's just behind. Then Cole Palmer, which is still mad seeing as how long he was out injured in March. Enzo's not far behind. Then you got Cole Will. Neto's surprisingly less compared to all of them. And yeah. Yeah, I hear it, but I think this is one of those things where you need to see the numbers. Yo, Brendan's just copied you word for word. Yeah, this Cucurella Enzo thing I'm seeing every day is hilarious, man. It's fucking hilarious. All right, cool. I'm glad we saw this. I'm glad we've seen this, because these men have been working like a motherfucker today. For the last year and a bit. Enzo, Chalobah, Cucurella, Caicedo, Neto. I'm going to remember them lot, because you lot have done a lot of work for us this season. But with that in mind, give Josh some minutes. Give Hato some minutes. Like, they actually could do with that still. And then on the left-hand side, I guess give Neto a break for the sake of giving him a break too. Even though I don't think we will. Because like Neto always seems to fucking play. Always. But if you want to give him a break, I guess you go for one of Gittins or Garnacho. Both of them didn't have a lot of minutes last game. So if anything, you might see both of them start. It might be Garnacho on the left, Gittins on the right for me. Esteval did about 60 or something minutes, so I doubt you're going to see him in this game. And that's fine for me as well, because just in case we don't see Palmer starting on Tuesday, I want to focus. I want Esteval getting the start on the right instead. I said Lavia minutes, please. Yo, we ain't even seen a Sugo, and he's been back for longer. Lavia, I think it'd be very unlikely to even see him on the bench. And I don't think he was on the bench last game. I don't think he was. I'm going to see if I'm bugging. Was Lavia on the bench? No, he wasn't on the bench. And the Sugo wasn't, but I don't know if we took a Sugo out of the Champions League squad because of his injury. Yo, bro, we're questioning Gittins left or right, man. You know them ones. But Esteval played 60, so I don't think you're going to see him start again. And like Neto, yeesh, how many minutes is he going to play? Because I'm sure you're going to see Neto starting against Arsenal. I'm absolutely sure of that. Because Garnacho on the bench worked against Cardiff and it worked against Arsenal in the Cup. So I could see us do that again. Defo could see that again. And I've apparently sent Mike's the wrong link. I'm very intelligent. Yeesh. What a very smart person. Oh, I sent him the fucking Napoli watch along. Yo. I am very smart. Mike's, sorry, mate. Bear with me. Sorry, mate. Yeesh. Cool. There you are, mate. There you are. That should be the proper link. Sorry, man. Now you see, when I'm on my phone, it never refreshes StreamYard to what I've actually put out there. Brilliant, man. Brilliant. But yeah, cool. I think you'll see Gittins and Garnacho starting, and hopefully we see Josh and Hato get some minutes. Yes, Mike, big up my bro. What are you saying, man?
All good, bro. All good. Hope everyone's well, man. How you been?
Yo, I've been relatively better than I'd expect to be. Because we ain't done Capital Conflict in a while, ain't we?
No, we haven't. Jay's on holiday, bro. He's on tour like all the time, so it's kind of
Yeah,
long.
perfectly timed with your victory against him a few weeks ago.
Yeah, nah,
What
that's
a load
why.
of shit.
I'm never gonna get my get back, bro. Never gonna get my get back. That's why I had to make a video on, bro. Because like literally this weekend's like perfect Tottenham win, West Ham lose sort of fixtures. They've got Man City, we've got you lot. It's like it's already destined.
They don't even want to win that one. Yeah, I hear it. Are you lot? Make sure refresh the tab if you haven't done it already. So you'll see Mike's link in the title. Everyone, make sure you're subbed. And in fact, boom. Make sure you guys are subbed, man. But yeah, Mike's. How are you feeling? Because I forget just that Tottenham game aside. This might be the best possible time for you to be having this game because surprisingly, 3 in a row. You guys are slowly pulling yourself into a bit more of a tighter relegation battle against Nottingham Forest. How are things looking from a West Ham perspective? Do you think it's just like smoke and mirrors, or do you think there's a genuine turn for you guys?
I think it's too little too late. And the reason why I say that is because if this was a case of we had this form in December, maybe late November, then I would have had a lot more hope. But I feel like because of the fact that we're being very scatty in a transfer window in January, because all this club cares about is about staying in the Premier League rather than actually doing anything above that, which is the only reason why we're spending in the first place, and we're finally not making excuses about bringing in players and stuff like that as well, because we always make money excuses until we're in danger, which is why we even got Fernandes in the first place and Magassa in the first place at the end of the last window. But for me, don't get me wrong, there's more hope, but I need to see more of Tottenham-esque and Sunderland-esque performances. Sunderland definitely being the best performance I've seen this season by a long shot. I just completely outplayed them from top to bottom, like throughout the whole night.
What would you say the difference was between those two games and what you've seen before? Because I was like researching your club. You were winless in 10 before the 3-game winning one, and QPR are expected to beat them in the cup. Like I think they're still in mid-table in the championship, but Tottenham away. Former side, people still wouldn't really predict you to win that game. And Sunderland at home, no one predicted that or for you to be 3-0 up at halftime.
Yeah. Even the QPR game wasn't that good as well. Like, even people can say as tax of like a club turning up in the FA Cup and stuff like that as well. But it's a case of we played 5 defenders against QPR. And the only reason why this guy went to a 4 at the back was because someone came off. Yes, we played 5 at the back against QPR. And the reason why we even turned up for the Tottenham and Sunderland, I think, is because we've actually got just more attackers on the pitch. We're actually taking a handbrake off. And it's not a case of like we're going gung-ho or anything, but all I've asked for in terms of style of football-wise is balance. I'm not a person that's like, it has to be aesthetically pleasing or anything. It just has to work. It has to make sense. The tactics have to make sense, whatever your style is. And what we've done is we've put Pablo and Tati, our 2 new strikers, just next to each other, sort of thing. Like one, both interchanging sort of thing. Mavropanos has come in for Kilman, and Tadebo's kept his place. And Tadebo's our best centre back by far, and he keeps Mavropanos at least like reduces mistakes a little bit more. Whereas having Max Kilman there, genuinely a pain in the arse on a whole back 4.
Like Wan-Bissaka coming back as well.
Yeah, and even Wan-Bissaka coming back has made a big difference. Kyle Walker-Peters has actually been very good for us when he's played, but Wan-Bissaka is just a level above in terms of his defending, his awareness, his ability 1v1, of course. But Souček, to be fair, I have to give credit to Souček and Fernandes in a pivot. I never thought that would work because Fernandes and Souček, neither of them are 6s. But because of their energy and because of the amount of duels we've won over the past 2 games, we've gained more control of games. We're actually going to fight to win the second duel. And even not just this season.
Another physical game we're expecting.
Yeah, so like over the past few years when it comes to West Ham, just in general, even the last season of Moyes, the teams at West Ham have failed to win second duels quite a lot. Like that's the reason why we've been battered in every game, lost control of the midfield all the time. Like it's not just because like we sold Declan Rice or anything, it's because we don't win duels. And over the past couple of games, we've seen that. For some reason, this club only wants to hire coaches from Nuno staff now. So a new coach has helped that we've brought in as well. That knows Nuno. But we've waited this long to do that. It just shows how scatty and how stupid the club is. You're meant to bring in their staff from the start, which would have helped him a lot more. As much as I don't like him, it would have given him more of a blight. But that's mainly been the thing is we're winning duels. We have more attackers on the pitch, and we're just playing simple. Somerville's turned up. Bowen's always turned up, but he actually has help now. He has an outlet with Tati and Pablo trying to bring other players in and stuff like that as well. So we're being more effective now.
So you're saying that just too little, too late. So you still don't think there's any hope of you guys staying up this season?
No, because we did all of that performance against Sunderland, and Forest were like, "Oh, okay, we actually have to worry about West Ham now. We're gonna go and beat Brentford away from home." And it's like Forest haven't been that good since Dyche come in. Like they've been very topsy turvy. Like much as they beat you in the one Europa League like the other day, I've watched them under Dyche. They haven't been that good at all. And the results recently, like cool. They've kept a few clean sheets, but in terms of the way they tried to get the best out of their attackers and stuff like that as well, there was a period of time where we were doing bad, but they were doing terrible. We weren't capitalizing upon them, and we faced Forest at home and we lost. And I was like, straight after the Wolves game, no reaction. But because it's Tottenham, I thought, okay, that might be an isolated performance because maybe it's the typical West Ham. We turn up for Tottenham and that's it. We turn up against Sunderland, that's cool. But for me, I need to see more of that in a row for me to even give this team a chance, because the way Leeds and Forest are fighting, they've been fighting like that for a while, despite their managerial disputes, despite the tactical disputes. We haven't been fighting.
Now look at the table. I don't see anyone else dropping off. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I kind of get you.
Like, look at that, 5 points. It's a lot to ask. Like, even in a relegation battle, with how bad everyone is, it's a lot to ask for someone to lose like 2 games on the bounce of it, us to win 2, and then carry on from there. It's just too much. It's too much.
Yeah, because Leeds are still in decent form, and I kind of have them down to get a result against Arsenal on the weekend. I think they could pull a draw out of that.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
And yeah, Forest, like they should. I'm surprised they're even in this sort of conversation. That just shows how bad the season's been. You lot, it felt like you were always like flirting with a relegation and slowly getting yourselves into it. Yeah. Palace again, same energy. I don't think they're going to be in a relegation scrap. I'd hope it would be Tottenham, but no, maybe not.
That ain't gonna happen. Like they've at least got a little bit of quality.
Oh, that's fucked. You know what? Fair enough. I kind of get you a bit more. This does lead to an obvious question, though. Do you think some centre back help might sort things out for you? A little Axel Disasi on loan.
Well, no. I think that's the quick answer. No is the quick answer. It's just painful to see West Ham fans fall for the same thing again about trying to get people sloppy seconds all the time. Every time we're linked to a club's like failed player, it's like, oh, I'm gassed. We got a proven player. He has a point to prove. You move a step down, he might perform better. It's not how it works. And the problem is people using the measuring stick of, oh, well, he's not as bad as Max Kilman, but nobody's as bad as him this season. Like nobody's been as bad as Max Kilman this season. Like. It's quite simple. So there's not really something to measure on. If you're worse, if you're not as bad as Max Kilman, that doesn't mean you're good. Like, I saw a West Ham fan list bare attributes that Disasi could bring to West Ham, but he's not good at any of them. Like,
what did he say?
Good on the ball. Like, good on the ball. Are we being serious? Do we think Disasi good on the ball? Really?
No, I think he's a decent passer, but that's about it.
Do you think he's great in the air?
I don't remember him in the air, to be honest. What I remember with him, and like, I was going to say, banter aside and everything, you lot playing, like, I assume you guys play a low block, you play very defensive-minded. He'd be very good for you in the box. Like, playing in defensive-minded teams, I think, like, you lot playing with a back three, in the middle of a back three, allow him the opportunity to distribute from there, and to just purely defend, like, from deep areas, I think that would actually suit you guys very well. Like, I think the problem is we've used him and we played high up the pitch. Don't play him high up the pitch. And then we've also used him as a right back. You look at Disasi, you look at his traits. Why the fuck would you want him playing on the right? We sent him to Villa on loan. They start playing him on the right. Why are you playing him on the right? Now, I think if he goes to you lot, he plays in the middle of a back three. Yeah, you might need to like dust off the cobwebs and everything. He's got next to no match sharpness. But I actually don't think it's a bad move for you, to be honest. And that's me, like, no banter, no nothing. I actually think like this is kind of the right move for him. He needs to be in a defensive team, with a defensive-minded manager. And that's the best you can get out of him.
We don't even play a back three, though. And even then, like, this is also the thing, like, our centre-backs get dragged out to wide areas quite a lot. That's something I cannot trust him to do. I also cannot trust a man that... And this was a man that's got spun in the under-21s, from what I've seen as well. Cannot trust him. You just get spun by some kids, bro.
So you got to dust off the cobwebs, innit?
But even, like, even if you're not sharp and you're playing against a youth team, you can show your quality. You're meant to stand out still. Like a lot of players go there to get their fitness. If you're getting spun in under 21s, I can't like wrap the season up.
If you're saying your centre backs are like going to be defending a lot of wide areas, then yeah, okay, cool. Because if you keep him centrally, then I think you've got something. If you're playing him out wide, forget it. But even then, like it doesn't seem like it's progressed too much. Because I'm hearing we want a permanent sell, you guys want a loan. AC Milan have come in as well, but like we know what Serie A clubs are like. Put the loan with an option to buy in the bag. So I don't know if we end up sending him to you lot or sending him abroad. That might just depend on what he wants specifically. And even then, like if that's the case, I could see him just push for AC Milan because they're in the middle of a title charge, I think. I think they might be clear of their league.
Yeah,
they might be clear.
Heard some good things.
No, they're second. They're second behind Inter. Damn. They're 5 points behind.
They've got Fulkirk as well. It's mad. It's crazy.
Oh, shit,
They're weird.
they bought him from you guys.
They've got a weird team. Like this is, I think
That's
we're going
where
to
you send all the Prem sloppy seconds to.
Yeah, facts. And that's the thing. Like we're trying to push for this because it's a loan deal. Our main target was Charlie Cresswell because they actually want a fee for him. It's like we don't want to pay it and all of that. But it's like I'd rather get Charlie Cresswell. I've liked Charlie Cresswell for a long time.
Like young talent over there, and it's like, yo, go get the young one then.
Yeah, but it's David Sullivan. It's David Sullivan. He loves the cheap old guy all the time. Loves the cheap old option all the time. That's why we got half the place.
Really, just get run horribly, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying about our ownership, and like that's why I've said about this signing before. It's a very typical West Ham signing. All this thing about Prem proven and signing the league and stuff, it's not worked out for us before for the sake of going for a Prem signing. I don't mind signing players for the Prem at all, but they have to be the right player. You don't just sign someone because of the league they're from. That's not how it works.
Yeah, you guys just approach it completely the wrong way, man.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to ask as well, what's this whole thing with like Lucas Paqueta that's gone down? Because I see now your fans are like calling him a rat and everything. I saw your statement, and your club statement thanked the management, it thanked the fans, it thanked the players for like dealing with Lucas and like looking after him and all the effort they put towards him. But they didn't say a word about Paqueta. Was it that bad of a departure? Even with you guys having first refusal?
Yeah, so he hasn't trained for a month. He hasn't trained. Not hasn't trained. He hasn't turned up for a match squad in a month because like he's been linked with a move away for Flamengo since the 23rd of December. And his whole thing was, I'm not going to move for another European club because of what the West Ham have done for me and stuff like that through the betting stuff. But I want to go back home. That's a non-negotiable. I want to go back home. And it's like, I get it, but for the way you're leaving us for what we've done for you, I can completely understand why fans would be pissed. We're in a relegation battle, and you've been one of our key players over the years when you've been on it. Like, your passing has been A1 for some parts, and other parts, cool, you've had some very fucking terrible games as well. It's been topsy-turvy, but at the same time, with you being one of the bigger names, one of the clear players where we've helped you and you've helped us, it's been very mutual. Like, he helped us win a trophy. We helped him with the fucking betting shit. Like, it's been a good relationship, and then this is what you go and do. Like, I get it, you want to move back home, but you don't want to wait until the end of the season at least and try and help us. It's a case of like, I just want to move home now to like go back home and have a new setting again because of how much.
Maybe it's like if the moves don't happen now, it won't happen like later. Maybe they just go and get a different player to suit that role.
But this is the thing, Flamengo is his home club, and Flamengo have been interested in taking back for like 1.5 to 2 years. Like ever since the betting thing, they've been interested in taking back. So it's like, they could have got him in the summer, but Brazil knew how much Paqueta like wanted to move. So I can understand from both sides. It's like I can understand why Paqueta was like, I want to move home. I listened to his goodbye message. He was like, listen, I've tried to stay here for a long time. I've rejected moves, and obviously there was the Villa links that weren't actually as crucial as people think, because Fabrizio, was frauding himself in the summer. The Man City thing was literally about to happen. Like, he's rejected European clubs before, but if he's trying to go back to Brazil, obviously with the World Cup stuff as well, I get it, new setting, but at the same time we're in a relegation battle, and you have to understand we're not gonna have that much sympathy for you at this moment in stage. It's the club over every player, and we're not gonna like branch all of our thoughts just for one player. We have to think about the club, like realistically.
But do you think like the goodbye messages has done a bit to mend the bridge at least? Obviously, from your perspective, I can't tell you how to feel about it, but I'm just trying to gauge it.
Yeah, I don't hate the guy. I don't hate the guy. I think the ideal destination time would have been the end of the season. But at the same time, if he's feeling the way he's feeling now, and we're feeling the way we're feeling now, it is probably the best time to go now. And I think with what he said of like rejecting other clubs and stuff like that as well, I just want to go back home. I get it. I do get it, but it's just a shame. I just think it's still a bitter end. It's still a bitter end for sure. I'm very medium with it. I can appreciate what you are. You can probably call yourself a cult hero for what you did for the Conference League. You got the assist for Bowen for the winning goal. But at the same time, I can completely understand why people look back and be like, yeah, that was way too much of a bitter end. But I don't think it's completely his fault. It's just very 50-50. I think it's very 50-50. I can understand both sides, honestly. It's a very unique situation compared to West Ham because we've had people that have been rats before, Savić, Kudus, etc. But we've also had people that have, we've understandably why they've left, like Paqueta going back home, etc., even though it was a bitter end and stuff like that as well. So we've had both sides of the coin before, where West Ham, like, teams have always jumped away from West Ham because of how bad we are or to upgrade club. But this situation is unique from the rest. Like, Paqueta has been, it's been an interesting time, to say the least. Like, we haven't built around our best players properly, but he also could have done a lot more at the back end of his career at West Ham.
Yeah, I had a lot of people complain. And to chat, I've sent the link out to the panel, so you lot just jump on whenever. But what was it? I've heard a lot of complaints about like his application in the first half of the season for you guys as well. I don't know if it came down to like the mental state and everything, because I did hear him talk about like him not being in the right state mentally. But do you think it was that, or just like half wanting to leave, or just like dropping off his level?
I think after he got proved innocent with the betting thing, I think he had a big falling out with pretty much every part of the hierarchy of England. So it was never in a mental state to play.
Yeah,
I kind of felt like there was a big stigma on him since all of that. And so when he scored against Forest and did the celebration stuff, it was like, hopefully this could be like a new beginning or whatever. I don't even think on the pitch his application was bad. It was just that moment against Liverpool where he got that stupid red card where he was going mad. You need to keep your temper in them situations. And it's like, that's when the tide started to really...
Yeah, that seems so naive. Like, I'd expect a new signing at Chelsea, on them raw players, to do that. Like, you argue with the ref on a yellow, he's just given you. You're going to give him a chance to drop a second. What the fuck?
Yeah, but he does that all the time. People thought, they're making yellow card tricks again. He's been proven innocent with that, so that's void. But he does that all the time with refs. All the time. He pretty much got banned like multiple times in games because of how many yellows he accumulated from just arguing with referees. That's the type of character he was. So for me, like, it was less of an attitude thing. It was more of a temperament thing after the whole situation with the betting thing. Because he got proven innocent. I knew he was going to get proven innocent a long time ago because they changed what the accusations were throughout the time when he was actually accused. So there was no way of proving it anyway. So
fair enough. Okay, so back into the game. Do you see yourself leaving with anything, like even with a point, just coming off this run of games?
No.
Like, what would your best case scenario? Well, not best case scenario. Like, do you see yourself leaving with a point? I ain't gonna say 3 because I just think like it's too unrealistic to ask for. It's like just looking for a clip. But what are you thinking in terms of a point?
I don't think so. I think the problem is I know the way we played over the last 2 games has been really good because we haven't fully put the handbrake on. But I know because it's Nuno, because it's Stamford Bridge, we're gonna have to a little bit. But because of his fucking mentality of like, we've got to defend for the point sort of thing, that's what's cost us the most, home and away, is when he goes for the point and we end up fucking losing because he's not active enough with his substitutions, given the fact that he does have options on the pitch and stuff like that as well. So I think that's what's going to cost us in this game. We're going to probably give it our all for like the first 10-15 and then we'll probably concede and then Chelsea will probably control the game and then we won't get the ball. Like, that's what I think. I think we're going to not go with the right approach. I think we should just go.
You guys have a habit of like, if you get hit, you don't really know how to react to it.
Yep, literally. And that's the problem, is that we start really well. As soon as we get hit, we're finished. And that's the problem we have. And we need to approach the same we did against Sunderland and Tottenham and to give ourselves the best chance. I wouldn't be surprised if we put in a good performance, but I can't see us winning at Stamford Bridge. We ain't won there since 2019.
Fair enough. Who do you think we should be looking out for? Bar Bowen, obviously, because obvious one.
Mateus Fernandes, he's been probably our arguably our best player this season. Mateus Fernandes has been brilliant. I think when he's played in the 6, 8, 10, everywhere, he's just been controlling the game, just very well rounded. Even despite being a creative player, like he doesn't he's not shy of putting a foot in, not shy to put a foot in. Really destroys counterattacks for us and then starts them for us. It's like very great all-rounded midfielder. He's one of them ones where you don't even have to like box him in as a certain type of midfielder. He is just an all-round great midfielder, and that's what I've really liked from him. Is like you can play him in deep areas. I think the manager was scared to play him in deep areas due to the fact of what type of player he was. But if you give him the right trust, you're the right players around him. I think he showed his quality, and some of us been on good form. Don't get me wrong. Tadibo and Wan-Bissaka played well, but Fernandes has controlled games now, and I think if anyone's going to like really put a stamp of approval for us, it's going to be him.
Okay, fair enough. I've heard a few things about him. That's cool. Scott, how are you feeling coming into this game? And like, I've seen Liam Rosenior say in the presser that he's not looking at any games beyond this match, and he's just trying to focus on what's in front of us, so he doesn't go into this game too complacent. How strong do you expect us to go in to this game then, with that in mind?
I think we go in very confident, and we go into like to do damage to West Ham. Like, I know they got a good result against Sunderland. It was a very good performance. I watched that game, but like, this is the type of team that if we have aspirations of getting top 4 and you know, and further, and like if you want to try and like distance yourself from Maresca, because for all of, you know, Maresca's positives, sometimes in these kind of games we didn't always kill these teams like this. You need to go into this game with the mentality of we're scoring 3 or 4, like we're putting West Ham to the sword, because realistically, and like no disrespect to Mike's or his team, but like with where you guys are, we should be killing you guys. We should be putting you guys to the sword. And like that's what I think we do. I do think we win this game, and I do think it is like 3 goals, something like that. Obviously, if certain guys can either keep scoring or just start scoring. But yeah, I'm super confident in this game, because like I think we can handle your midfield. Like, you haven't got guys who are gonna physically dominate us, which we've struggled with. Like, you've got Souček, but he's more kind of there just for his height. You've got obviously Fernandes, who's been very good, and then you've got like, I don't even know if you feel like
it's Pablo just in front.
Yeah, he's more of a striker more than a number 10. So it's more like a 4-4-2 than like a 3-man midfield. So there's that. I think the only person we might have to worry about in one aspect is Castellanos, just because he is a relentless presser. Like, I watched this guy in New York City. He is just a relentless presser from minute one. And so like Sanchez and the defense need to be on it just to make sure they're not doing stupidness. But yeah, like, your defense doesn't worry me. Obviously Juice's going to be back. I assume he'll be back in the team.
Yeah, because he came back against Sunderland, so I'm assuming he'll start.
Yeah, so I assume he'll start. So there's potential of like, even as good as going forward as he is, he's obviously at least to me, he seems more of a wing back than an actual fullback. So there might be space in behind. So yeah, I'm confident, bro. Like, as long as we just play our game, and like I said, as long as the players that I know can turn up. Like, I know if Garnacho plays, he's going to be shit. I know if Neto plays, he's going to be shit. Like, I don't care about them. I care about, like, is Esteval, if he plays, going to turn up? Is Cole Palmer, if he plays, going to turn up? João Pedro, your Santoses, Enzo Fernandez, guys like that. Like, I need them to turn up, and then I know it. Like, genuinely, I'm not worried about this game at all.
But for me, it's more just a question of, like, how strong do we take this in terms of like who's playing? Because the first thing that we did on the stream was we were looking through the amount of minutes that the players have played this season and last season. I'm looking at Neto. I'm looking at Chalobah. Well, Chalobah's had rest in the last game, so you might still see him play. But yeah, Enzo, Neto, Caicedo, and Cucurella. These men have played a fuck ton of minutes, and even with us going into this game not looking to be too complacent or anything, there still needs to be some rotation in mind. So, like, how serious would you take the rotation? I guess I'll leave with Nathan on this, because I ain't giving you a question yet. But how serious would you take the rotation without being too complacent?
Kind of in a pickle, isn't it? Because you got obviously the Arsenal game as well. I know obviously he said he wants to focus on this, and that is the right mentality to have, because you can only beat what's in front of you. But I think it's kind of a 50-50. Like, you rotate some of our better players, leave them on the bench. I'm guessing like Cole Palmer, gets minutes for sure, but how much? I think probably for the Arsenal game in mind, he maybe starts on the bench, but you obviously want to you got to win this game. That's the thing. So I think it's gonna be some players, top players rotated, and others we're gonna have to start just because this is the policy.
Yeah, but who specifically? Like, let's say Palmer. This is the big one that a lot of people are asking because Tuesday's still going to be in mind regardless.
Yeah.
Do you see Palmer starting? How many minutes do you see Palmer getting?
I think he starts because he obviously came off the bench against Napoli, so I think he gets probably 60 minutes, maybe.
I'm hoping for around 45 to 60. Don't mind him starting. I'd be okay with him on the bench just because I'm thinking about Tuesday in mind. He's not going to. I am.
Yeah, that's the thing. As a fan, I'm thinking
if you're going to play him because you want to win this game, and I respect that. I'm not going to knock you for playing the strongest possible team to win a match, but not for 90. I beg. Because then I know I'm not going to see him against Arsenal. And if I do, it'll be a 15-minute cameo thing. And I'm not really for that still.
Like, I don't think James starts this game, to be fair. So that's kind of puts us in a situation as well. Because
but that's just Gusto on the right-hand side. You'll be okay. You'll get away with it. And
probably midfield too, Danish.
I'm playing a midfield. I'd play a midfield 3 personally, just because I think I just think that's our best midfield regardless. It also then means I think there's multiple reasons. Number one is I think it's just our best setup personally, especially if Enzo Fernandez starts, which I think he is going to. And I would just give Santos as well. I'd give more minutes because he's played so well for us recently. I think in the last 2 games he's played, he's been our best midfielder. And then also I think it means you're less likely to see one or both of Neto and Garnacho, which is a positive on our team.
Of course, Garnacho's going to start, yeah.
And then I think also as well, if Palmer does start, you see him more on the right-hand side because we saw that against who did we just play? Napoli.
Napoli.
We saw it against Napoli and it worked a lot better, I think, in terms of even if he wasn't at his best, he was getting more touches in areas of where he wasn't crowded 24/7 and he got the opportunity to make passes like he did for the João Pedro goal. So I would just go a midfield 3. I don't think you should change that if it's not broken. And then I'd start Gittins on the left and like I said, Palmer on the right. For me personally, in defense, I wouldn't outside of James.
Well, Cucurella needs to rest probably. To be fair,
yeah, I wouldn't change the back 2. I'm playing even though he's a moron.
Give Josh a game.
No, just because I'm not about changing this centre back thing. If you're already changing the right back and you're already changing the left back, I'm not changing a third defender off the back 4.
I hear what you're saying. You need consistency here.
If Josh is playing, that means Reece needs to play or Cucurella needs to play because I'm not changing 3 defenders of a back 4. That's liable for mistakes. And like I said, especially with Castellano, the pressure he's going to put you under, he is going to run himself into the ground for that
Josh
team.
Right back, maybe?
Cool. If Josh plays right back instead of Gusto, calm. Absolutely fine.
But
both started, to be fair, so you could bench both of them. That's cool.
Who'd be a centre back
start on the left that he needs.
Who'd be a centre back pairing then for tomorrow?
Chalobah and Fofana.
Chalobah and Fofana, most likely. Yeah,
makes sense.
And
to be honest, I don't really necessarily want to see Fofana on the bench anyway because I just need a better game than what I've seen recently. Because I was even annoyed about his game against Paphos, and they attacked us twice. So look, I need to see you just start showing a bit of consistency. Because what the fuck, man?
Yeah, because that's the thing. It's a combination
of annoying me now. I expect a lot better than what I've seen. No, Hato should start. Hato on the left, Josh on the right, strongest back 2.
Yeah, Hato should start 100%. Change the fullbacks and keep the centre backs.
Yeah, we're just saying we would start Fofana, but obviously 3 games in a row.
Has Cucurella been different recently? Then?
I could go with
he's dropped off a bit in the last month or 2.
You could go with Sheila and Chalobah as well, though. That would not be a bad pairing either. Because Fofana 3 games in a row, I don't know how much his knees can hold up. Badia, Chile, Chalobah, Hato, Gusto. I think that's good enough. If you're playing a midfield 3.
If I play midfield, I think I play midfield too, but inverting. But I don't know.
I get, but then that's again going to be 3 changes made to the back line.
Can I just and I hate to go back to actually I don't hate to go back to this because I'm going to drive this point home until it happens. We're again talking about rotating 3 of our players out, including one of the centre backs, because our second best centre back can't play more than 2 games a week at most, and we're fighting on at least 2 or 3 fronts. We're fighting on getting top 4. We're fighting on next stage of the Champions League when we play it, and trying to win a cup on Wednesday. Sell his ass, bro. I don't give a shit how well he plays. Get rid of him. This is
but to be fair, like Rosinha has been playing Badiashile. Like all these guys have been getting minutes, right? So I understand it could be rotation, but these are guys that have still been getting good enough minutes to maintain a good enough level. Like if Badiashile wasn't playing a lot of games, Hato wasn't getting minutes, then I can understand, the fear of rotation. But he's been bigging up the squad, saying these guys are quality. So this is one of them games you can trust Badiashile to come in and Hato to come in, at home against West Ham, and you still expect to have, some defensive resolution. Like I think that should be fun.
Yeah, but you'd like to think he's playing for the opposition as well. Like,
also, these guys playing a lot of minutes is not the issue. It's like for example, right? Say we go with a back line of Hato, Josh, Chalobah, and Badiashile. How many games does that back line play together?
I mean, Hato hasn't played with any of these guys like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, it doesn't matter about how much each individual player is getting. It's about as a collective, as a group, as a defense. How are these guys thing? Because Badiashile might play a lot of minutes, but if he's playing a lot of minutes with Cucurella and like Fofana, say for example, he is more used to their tendencies, how they defend. If Hato defends differently, like instead of like Cucurella, if he steps differently to Cucurella, Badiashile's not used to it. So it doesn't matter about whether Badiashile's playing a lot of time because he's not used to Hato playing because he doesn't play a lot with Hato. It's like, I understand that, yes, Badiashile's played a lot of minutes, but I still hate the idea. I know it probably has to happen because the Fofana thing. I hate the idea of rotating 3 of your backline in consecutive games because we're going to do that in this game, or at least 2 guys, I think, rotate in this game. And then it's going to be 3 in the next game against Arsenal because I would imagine against Arsenal it's Cucurella, Fofana, Chalobah, and James.
Yeah.
So, like in consecutive games or 3 games in a row, you're rotating at least 2 or 3 of your backline. I don't like that. I really don't like that.
I get it because we've had the complaints with Poch doing that. We had the complaints of Lampard doing that back in the days. So I get it. It's consistency.
Yeah, it's a London derby as well. Like, I mean, you got to also think of your opposition as well. So it's got to be like a profile thing. So whether Rosinha's obviously got Badiashile for height and back in the back, possibly. But I get what Scott's saying, and I agree with it. Like, if you keep messing with the chemistry with the players, not playing together, you're just asking for mistakes to be made. One person steps up, someone doesn't keep in line with them. Suddenly, you concede a goal. It's because these guys are not on the same wavelength as each other. So it's just jarring. But at the same time, as Lewis said, like, we're also thinking of Tuesday. Like, we as fans are thinking of Tuesday. I'm sure Liam is also somewhat thinking of Tuesday's game as well. So, and just managing their minutes, which we all know now is policy. So, yeah, it's definitely.
But the mindset's obviously going to be try and end the game early, so you can then think about Tuesday.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the ideal scenario. But
thinking about ending the game early and ending it early is 2 different things, bro. Don't worry about that.
We have to take advantage of that if that actually is the case, though. If you guys actually do approach that, if we just start doing the thing where we just start camping our own box and we don't counter, like I've seen some managers do at West Ham, especially Nuno, and we just I get sitting back, but you have to counter when you have the ball. If we don't capitalize on any space, then it's just like I'm expecting a little 2-0 to Chelsea.
Mike, can I ask you a few questions, bro?
Yeah, go on.
But you also have like a weapon in terms of like bow and set pieces, no? So like there's always like you get like a cheeky corner, and it's like, all right, you go.
That's not really.
We haven't been good at set pieces for years, man.
That's what I was gonna say. They're not really it's not really like a thing.
Corners more specifically, but
even corners, they don't really score corners like that. Every time I ever watch West Ham, it's like first man corner, like, and nearly every other freaking every corner, every other corner, like.
Pundits will hype us like a set piece.
And Kilman is not not like this
Max Kilman.
like dominant aerial force either. Like
he's not good. He's not good.
Well, he's
Like,
the keeper. Depends who we
all
start
right,
at
so,
centre back. You know what I mean?
Mike, I just want to know about your strikers because you got two new ones. Like, what have they? I actually know one of them because he used to play for New York FC.
Tati Castellanos.
But yeah, how are you liking them? How are they fitting in the club? I haven't watched any of you guys since you guys started.
They provide a lot of energy that we've needed. Like, so for example, like Pablo and Tati keeps like swapping about, like one goes in 10, one goes up front. There's not really like a restriction to their position sort of thing because of like the energy they provide. We've actually won a lot more midfield battles with them two, not necessarily pressing high because Nuno doesn't do that. But like as soon as we get to the centre back, as soon as we like they try and play for us sort of thing, they've been willing to like mark players out the game sort of thing. And when we do get the ball, the ability to just switch about has given us a whole new dynamic. They've helped the wingers a lot more. Like
they're much more capable on the ball compared to who we've had.
Yeah, and like Pablo, like for example, against Sunderland, everyone played well. He played well, but he does stumble over the ball a bit. But I think like he's just settling in anyway, so I'm not really going to in on him. But with Tati, he holds up the play very well to help our wingers, like because our wingers have been restricted before them. Even like because Callum Wilson wasn't getting a chance since he scored against Bournemouth, so we were playing basically strikerless at sometimes. So when the way we were setting up, it was very reliant on Somerville and Bowen to like make moments of magic. So now that Tati and Pablo are here, it's given us like 4 players that a bit of leeway to be like we're not.
And you guys have played the 3-4-3, right? Where it's wing backs, kind of.
Not recently. Not recently. Really? Yeah, so like against QPR, we played wing backs for some reason. But against Sunderland and Tottenham, we've gone back to 4-2-3-1. Pablo just in behind Tati.
I don't like Diouf in a 4-3-2-1. I'm going to be honest.
It's the way we use him is poor. It's like 1v1. I don't like him with the way he doesn't close down crosses. But it's the fact that, for example, with the way Nuno likes to set up, it's like one fullback does the job, one fullback sits back. If Diouf is the one sitting back, it's fucking awful. Like what we even using him for at this point? His best ability.
And it's based off of what side of the field you guys are on normally.
Yeah, basically.
Like, first will go up, first will stay back.
Yeah, I think. But
Diouf is a liability. Like if we have Esteval up against him, he's gonna have.
It's gonna be long
time, son. He's gonna.
He doesn't close
down
one
rough
cross.
time for him, bro, because he is not fleet-footed at all. Like he's.
Lewis, I'm gonna hop back in real quick, bro.
He's straight line fast, but he's not fleet-footed. Like. So if Esteval's over there against him, I would really like our chances. Seriously, I really like our chances on that side.
Because of how our centre backs are, like the way Diouf doesn't close down across, that's where most of our goals have come from.
Yeah,
like, it's from the right side, just cross the ball in. Our centre backs aren't paying attention unless you're Tadiba, and the ball goes in. It's always been it.
It's like he's a little bit afraid to engage a lot of the times. Like he's he's more stepping back rather than engaging. Who are you going to start centre back? You think
it's Tadiba and Mavropanos? That's been the centre back partnership that's worked. It's worked the past 2 games, and to be fair to Mavropanos, I don't rate him. Don't get me wrong, I do not rate him.
Pedro's couldn't eat.
But he has played well the past 2. He's played. I
highly doubt you don't play a back 3. Like I really, because like that's where majority of our struggles come from is back 3 games. I just really doubt you don't play back.
We don't play well back 3 though. That's our problem. We do not play well back 3. Like we do not know how to pass the ball when it comes to the back 3 at all.
We don't really have anybody in the pivot to progress the ball either. So
no, literally just Fernandez and hype. Like
even Fernandez isn't really like a progressor of the ball. He's more of like a ball carrier. Like
he's been progressing the ball a lot for us. To be honest, he's the one that's dictated everything for us. I'll be so honest. Like
I like that kid too. Like, I think he's quality. Honestly, I think you did fantastic scooping him up from Southampton. I just I just see him more of like a very capable ball carrier compared to like this guy who's going to just sit in the back and distribute because he wants to get forward. He wants to get in the box normally from what I've watched of him. So,
but that's what's been great about recently is that has the freedom to do everything from the pivot. Like he can literally just like send it even diagonal through the lines, and then he goes to run afterwards, and then Souček will just sit back and be like, "Okay, I'll deal with this." And then when Fernandez is just sitting deep for a bit, Souček will go forward and just bit swapping about. Like it's not been too restricted in positioning.
Guys, I gotta go. I have a phone call. My apologies.
No worries, no problem. But that's what's been great about Fernandez. Like every time we've had a good move, it's been from him passing and moving, like passing in between the lines and then moving across, and then. That's what was great for us against Sunderland. Literally, the whole thing started from He was between the centre backs, pinged it to Somerville. The ball falls into on the edge of the box, long shot, all from him. It's basically all from him. He started the whole move and he ended it. Like that's what we've needed for years. Like we haven't had that since like when we had the dynamic between Rice and Souček and
turned around for you lot recently.
Yeah, like Fernandes has always been good for us, but it's just a case of like we haven't set up properly, so we haven't seen the best of him for like I'd say December period especially because we had a good winning formula with Paqueta, Potts, Fernandes in the midfield three. For some reason, Nuno wanted to change that after one injury to the wing instead of playing Guilherme, played an extra defender, and then we completely fucked the whole formula of the way we were winning the past couple of games, and then we've waited. And then we finally set up properly again. It's taken him long enough. But that's why we are where we are, because this guy's tactics and team selections have been fucking awful.
That's why you're still Nuno out, right?
I was never Nuno in. Like I didn't even do the whole manager out thing anymore. Like
you're the whole indifferent thing like I am with a senior, innit?
It's just a case of like I didn't want the manager in the first place, but I know the ownership is gonna hire someone worse. So there's no point me even saying anything about manager out. Like there's come to a point where I'm just done with that. Like it doesn't matter.
I hear that. If we get Rosinha as Gary O'Neill next up in the dugout, I hear it.
Yeah, I didn't even
well, crazy enough for him, he's doing his thing at Strasbourg, but he just
won quite a few games. Yeah,
stay over there, man. Yeah. So like Palmer assumes going to get 45-60. I'm with you at the back too as well.
Yeah.
The rest of the lineup probably speaks for itself, in all honesty. Because like, Hayo's got to start. Cucurella's got enough minutes, and you can clearly see the drop off. I'm looking at that purely with Tuesday in mind because every time he's played Saka twice and got a yellow card early in both games. I can't be having that because when you got a yellow card, Saka can just run rings around you for the rest of the match. I can't even stay too tight to him. Pause. So yeah, fuck all of that, man.
That probably up top.
Bro, that's gonna be a West Ham problem, and apparently the taxpayer's gonna have to pay for the fucking ground if you lot get relegated. Is there some truth to that?
Yep. No, there's full truth to that. Full truth. There's full truth to that. That's what happens when you don't own the fucking stadium. it's what happens when you don't own the stadium.
Ain't the taxpayer already paying for it? Or no way, it's the Premier League money patterning it.
Yeah, I think originally it was taxpayers, and then obviously over the years the money gets patterned differently. But then the taxpayers are gonna have to pay that shit again if we get relegated because the Newham cancel. They don't give a fuck. The Newham cancel do not care whatsoever. So yeah, it's gonna be long for that borough, let alone the Premier League. If we go down, there's gonna be nothing. There's gonna be nothing in that.
Bro.
Wow.
All right, Daniel, how you feeling for the game on the weekend, bro?
I feel good, man. You know, it sucks that West Ham are going to get relegated, but Coventry is taking your place, and Lampard is back in the Premier League. So, and listen, it's all good for everybody, man. It works out.
Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. Fuck this fat cunt. Oh, shit.
Hey, former Hammer, no? Up the chills.
He's getting sat within like 3 months of being back, so it's fine.
It don't matter. We're back. Scott, those 3 months are going to be incredible.
Just let me see him once at the Stamford Bridge dugout. Once. For the good old days, for the vibes.
Fucking taking up both dugouts. Fucking hell.
Any win he gets is going to be so cool. Anyway.
He's on that prime slander, huh?
Nah, yeah, I think we win that game. Unfortunately, this West Ham is just not the same West Ham. I don't know what.
No chance.
It's not the same. I mean, you know, unless you have something crazy from like how Paqueta scored that goal. Unless you have something like that and we just get a red or something, I mean, I think we win this.
No, fair. I mean, we ain't been the same for years. I mean, even when you had Poch, you battered us when we had Moyes and we came out. It ain't been the same for a long time. We haven't even tested Chelsea for a long time. We ain't tested Chelsea since that first Poch game or whatever.
It was weird because you guys were in a good space. You signed Kudus. We thought you were actually going to build up from there, and it just didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen. And that's the thing. We signed Kudus, but we replaced Rice with Alvarez and Ward-Prowse. Like, that's the slowest, most aggressive midfield ever.
Ever since you left the bowling ground, no? To be fair.
Yeah, do you know what? Ever since we left the bowling ground, like we've had a good record against you guys at home, but then ever since like Lopetegui came in and stuff, like it just hasn't been great. Like our record at Stamford Bridge is terrible anyway. We've only won twice there in the Premier League era. Like it's mad.
I think the problem is you guys didn't go young when you got rid of Rice, right? Not got rid, but sold Rice and got the money. You went and tried to get guys who were like, for teams like West Ham, you should be going young. That's like, what is it to lose? If you go young and he ends up being a star, you have another player to replace Rice with. If he's not, he's still young. You can move on from him. It doesn't matter. But Ward-Prowse, and that just wasn't an improvement. That's not what you needed. You know what I'm saying? That was a poor way to spend that money. Alvarez, he's not good enough. He's not good enough.
We've only been promised like to go down the young route for so long, and this sentence is going to sound dodgy, but we've gone young too late. Like, this is the thing. Like, in general, when it comes to West Ham, the model hasn't been there. It hasn't been there at all. And like, we've only gone young now with Potts, Magassa, Fernandez, which would have been a midfield that we needed when Rice left. And if we had that midfield then, we wouldn't be talking about like, oh, what are West Ham doing now? Like, we would have had the right midfield then. I know Freddie Potts needed to develop, but we've been talking about these young players in West Ham's academy for years, and we have never hired the right managers to like actually give a chance to young players. Like,
Flynn
no managers
Downs
really
as well.
Yeah, Flynn Downs as well. He would have been a decent player when given a chance. He was just stuck on a bench under Moyes, then got loaned out as a swap deal for Ward-Prowse, and then never played. Like, Flynn Downs was a good player, but it's circumstances at the end of the day.
Even Lewis Gilham, no, he was a highly talented Brazilian winger, like, and yet just didn't get a chance.
Yeah, exactly. Like, a lot of these young players, they fail at West Ham because they don't get a chance. And if I'm a young player, I said this in the summer, I'm not going to West Ham if I'm a young player. I want good players to come to West Ham, but if I'm advising a good player objectively, I'm asking you, don't come to us if you actually want a good career. Because we hire old managers that live in the 70s. They're not giving young players chances. They're not giving young players chances at all.
I also think
for the sake of it.
I also think the way you are in the league doesn't help though, because like we've seen this before. Like we had an example of this with Steve Cooper when Santos was there, and like even Lampard, even though it wasn't as bad as like a relegation battle, when the chips are down and like you're struggling, managers will always default to experience because they have been in the position of trying to help you get out of the shit you're in. So like, I think if you're in a better position, like I think even if you were in like, let's just say like 13th, 14th, but you're like a good 10 to 12 points away from relegation, I think some of those young guys play more. Like I think you start to see some of the younger guys play a little bit more because they can be trusted to play and it not affect your season to the point where you're like going to get relegated or everything's fucked. So it's just like, and I think again that comes down to the piss poor recruitment or the lack of money spent in certain areas on the football pitch. Like I think the recruitment has definitely gotten better this season or over time with the likes of Youth and obviously Castellanos, Pablo. Also, you like Fernandez,
yeah, it's been good, but like it's the timing of the signings as well. Like when we lost to you guys, that's what triggered the Fernandez and Magassa signings. It was like, oh shit, we have to panic now. Like we've lost against Sunderland 3-0. We got battered by Chelsea. We might be in danger. Let's sign 2 players quick. And they were telling us all summer that we don't have money, even though we had the 7th healthiest PSR. Don't even like talking about PSR. Don't give a fuck, to be honest. We knew we had money. Like that's the problem. And even when we had boys and we were in a good position and we had chance for young players to be at least squad players and then slowly to be integrated in because how old-fashioned he was. He's not playing the way he was at West Ham the same way he is at Everton where they're pressing now and then and stuff like that as well. But he was just getting back about what it was.
Again, you see the difference of like he's playing young players. Like Barry's their starting striker now, who's 22. They got Ndiaye playing regularly. They had
for Everton.
Yeah, Diblin's a little bit different, but it's like they had them. I think Jacob Bryan's fairly young. I don't think he's that old, so I had him playing. They've got that Royal kid is starting to play in midfield a lot more. Like, so he's willing to play them now because again, they're not in a situation where one loss and they're fucked.
Yeah, but even when we were good, even when we were 9th, even in the season before that, where we actually needed young players to be squad players, the only young player he gave a chance was Ben Johnson. That's the worst academy player I've ever seen in my life. By far. Like, it's not even close. It's not even close. And
but again, if you guys are smart to fix that, right? If you do get relegated, you would have to go to a team like Wolves and take a player like a João Gomez, right? A young midfielder. Like you would have to take certain guys like that to build back up and come back. It's not that hard, right? They're not that far off where like you're gonna be in the championship for 2 years or 3 years. It'll be a straight bounce. You just have to just change and get a little more younger, right? And maybe it has to be like somebody you sign, because a lot of times when it's your youth player, people don't really. You're not gonna get a chance. Like, oh, you're from the academy. We're not, unless you're like like a crazy talent. But if you're signed, you have more of a chance. It's like get some games, and the manager has to play you. You know, he can't just bench you or just leave you somewhere because you're fucking young. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna have to play you. So yeah, I mean, we'll see.
I think it's even more frustrating because our youth academy's been this is the best it's been like in this 4 or 5 year period. And before then, it hasn't been that good since like the Declan Rice, the Reece Oxfords, that era, and that's what was really frustrating. Where like, for example, we've got Orford, we've got Earthy, we've got loads of players now that can genuinely play in the squad, but they're getting better loan moves now, and the problem is they're not getting a chance. So if we do go to the Championship, I do think a lot of these guys can step up in the EFL leagues for sure. Like with the young players we have already, it's just that with the place we are now, even though it is not the best time to give a young player a chance, there's been times where, cool, if this is the chance where players need a point to prove or whatever, sometimes it is the best to throw at least one young player in. So give a bit of a spark to the rest of the team. Like, not saying chuck 3 in, but for example, the way we had Freddie Potts in now, coming back with a great loan against Portsmouth, if you have got a kid now that's ready, you have to put him in. Have to, especially if it's in the front forward positions where we've been struggling. And before the signings we made, we didn't have anyone.
I am interested to ask you this because, like, I'm curious what happened. Like, what do you think happens if you guys get relegated to your squad?
I think people are going to be surprised, but Bowen's going to have to stay, and it's not his, and it's kind of his fault because of the big contract, and we're not going to accept.
He's trying to leave. Sorry to the flat.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think he will leave. Like, I don't think he's going to leave because he's made his bed and he's going to have to lie in it, and he wasn't prepared to realize that West Ham are in trouble because of the sentiment value. I think he's actually going to be the one to stay. I think the money's going to come from the Fernandes deal. Fernandes is going to have that much of a good season. He's not going to want to stay at West Ham. He want to stay at Southampton. He won't throw his toys at the Prem, but he's going to want to move to Europe or another team in the Prem. I think he's the marketing one now. Bowen's too old to get that certain move where like you're going to play for 3-4 years and you're going to have that money thrown at you from the club's perspective as well, where it's going to be like 50 plus million. We're going to ask for something ridiculous, even though we're in the Championship because of how big his contract is. Because by the time it gets to the summer, it's still going to be 4 years left on this contract. And I think a lot of the players leave. I think Diouf leaves. I think Tadibo leaves. I think the worst players probably stay. I think the Kilmans don't have a right to move, but he's going to have to stay, and that'll probably be the reckoning of West Ham because we don't have a proper wage structure when it comes to like we get relegated and we're prepared because we've never been prepared to go down since moving to the London Stadium. I think it's going to take time to come back up because of the money situation, the way our owners are, and the amount of players that are going to want to leave. It's going to be a reshuffle of the whole squad. I'm very curious to know what's going to happen with Vitati. If he's going to move straight away, or what we might do is probably loan him out to a fucking Italian club straight away. They might have an option to buy. That's the kind of West Ham thing to do. Like, even though he's a new signing, because he probably want to play the Championship. I'm sure the players know that when they move to West Ham, it's like when these guys get relegated, I'll be on the phone to my agent again. It'll be like maybe the Somervilles might stay. Yeah, like maybe the Somervilles might stay, but that one's a 50-50. And Wan-Bissaka would definitely leave. Walker Peters, you never know because he stayed in Southampton, so I don't know.
I can't see Somerville staying. He stayed a season for Leeds in the Championship and then wanted that move. I can't see him wanting to do another season in the Championship, especially when like he's a guy who like is always, I feel, going to have that interest of like even if it is a lower table Prem team, he'll always have that interest.
Yeah, and to be fair, that's fair. But it's also a case of now. Well, a lot of these players that don't want to move in the Championship a lot more, they're the kind of player to move to like an Ipswich. You get what I'm saying? If Ipswich get promoted again, like they'll be like, I don't want to play for West Ham and like these teams that get relegated again. So I'm gonna move to Ipswich because the only team that's like actually wants to bid for me, sort of thing. It's like those type of players always do them stupid moves when they keep going back down because the stupid clubs they pick for. And I think our squad's gonna get drained for sure. Like most of our squad's gonna get drained. I think people like Potts will stay because the academy guy. We're gonna have to rely on a lot of the academy guys next year if we go down, like the Scouses and the Ezra Myers, etc. I think that's gonna have to be the way because a lot of them have got EFL moves before, so they're ready for the Championship. We just gotta get like one of them Championship strikers to actually help us, and then we'll see from there.
Well, fair. If you want that, we got one Liam Delap for you still.
Yeah, you can have him, bro. Like,
yeah.
Well, have you ever heard of a guy called David Washington?
Bro, I've not seen his brother play once. Like, is he a human? Is he real?
I came off the bench once against Brentford 3 years ago, and I don't know.
Listen, I promise you this: if you give us 15 million and we give you Rakasaki, it'll change your life, man.
Do you remember that Datro Fofana performance when he played Burnley them years ago?
Oh my god, bro.
He scored a banger, didn't he?
This guy, bro, he didn't score like all season. He just decided to score a long shot against us. Like
He's still trying to find a club, you know.
Good for him. Hopefully, it's not us. Like, ideally, like them players are looking for a move. That they come to West Ham, they never do well. Never do well. Like anyone, come and take my career, sort of thing.
I don't know. He might be injured just looking off his Insta posts. He's moving bare depressed over there.
You know, it is with someone like a Delight. I wanted him in the summer, but yeah, never thought the Chelsea thing was going to be. So please just fucking know.
Please,
someone
just
check
a
in.
6-month break. I'm tired. What's happened to him over there, man?
I'm really trying not to laugh.
I feel bad for this guy, by the way, because all of the options seem to have died. Like Celtic went and got a different striker instead. I know who else. There was a couple Championship teams interested in, but that's died. Like
he was a proper prospect. No one cares.
Well, so we thought. Like,
we did what we always do with these guys. Like we've taken years off his career for no reason, for literally no reason.
And Potter and Lampard never gave him any minutes either, man. Evil fuckers.
Also, as well,
even when he did, he got subbed up half time.
Also, not even that though, bro. We literally, he was in the middle of a good loan spell. We've terminated it halfway through the season for no reason. It's the same as the Casaday thing, bro. Just terminating these guys' good loans for no fucking reason.
Fucking hell.
I forget half the man that your club.
I like the Chelsea end though, right? Do you guys think do you guys think Esteval starts?
Nah, because he played 60.
So.
I think you get Gittins and Garnacho on the wings unless we play a 3-man midfield, and you might get Palmer on the right instead.
Gittins and Garnacho, bro. Do you know the annoying thing about that is I actually want to see Gittins play, but not on the right. He's not a right winger. Like he's not.
I expect Garnacho to start because I think he'll be on the bench again for Arsenal, seeing as his last 2 games in the Carabao have both come off the bench.
No, I agree.
You know what it is? He's just not good. Like let's just be real with.
Oh no, Daniel. I don't rate him. I don't think he's good either. But if you're gonna play him, which I think he needs to get minutes. Like for me, I think he just needs to get a run because he's the only winger that hasn't, regardless of whether I rate him or not. If he's gonna play, he has to be on the left. He's not a right winger because the only thing he can do on the right is cross the ball, which he's good at. But like that's all he's doing. Like he's not a right winger. He's horrible on the right. So if you're going to play him, it has to be on the left. Like I'd rather play him on the left than Garnacho on the right because at least with Garnacho on the right, he can spam crosses for 90 minutes. I don't have to watch him hit pea shooters.
Or he ends up putting.
I'm thinking whoever's on the left, Wan-Bissaka's going to have a very fun time.
I was going to say
Wan-Bissaka is going to lock Garnacho in a prison, bro.
Bro, when we faced Man United last year, Garnacho was shitting himself trying to take a Wan-Bissaka. He just kept passing it backwards.
Bro, he couldn't be a Paphos right back who isn't even a right back. I'm like, Wan-Bissaka should not be worried. Wan-Bissaka could pull up a deck chair. It'll be fine.
That's
where's the meme I'm looking for?
To be fair, Liam has somewhat shown that he does switch things up if it don't work or it's not working. So maybe one of them ones Gittins ends up on the right or something. I don't know.
Well, he played
He has played Gittins on the right, yeah.
I'm way more afraid of Gittins than Garnacho, I can't lie.
We're afraid of Gittins, but for a different reason, to be fair.
That's going to be Wan-Bissaka and Neto, Gittins and Garnacho, bro. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Just that whole left side just locked up.
Legit, the only player I'm like, not only player, but like for this game specifically, the only guy I can guarantee is going to have a good performance. Like, properly, like he has
like both your fullbacks are usually solid,
but not really though. Like Diouf 1v1 isn't great. Doesn't close down crosses, but he's a good crosser himself. But we don't actually get him forward enough. With Wan-Bissaka, he's just good all round. He's actually really good in possession, really good combining, but also can defend. Like Wan-Bissaka doesn't put a foot wrong for us. Like it was only in the game against you, the reverse fixture. We had that one bad game, and everyone's like, "Oh, Wan-Bissaka in the back post." It's one bad game. It's one bad game. It just proves my whole thing about people don't watch West Ham; they only watch them on Sky. And it's like it's one bad game. It's like Wan-Bissaka's like the worst thing ever. It's like
No, but
Aaron's
Aaron's always been a good player though. I don't understand what this narrative is. He's just not like he's not one of these guys who, you know, he's not spectacular, but he's like, you know, he does what it says on the tin, innit? That's what he's there for. And like obviously I feel like his technical game has improved the last few years as well. So he can, you know, he offers more of an attacking threat. But what his bread and butter, what he's known for, is the fact that he got very good recovery pace, and he, you know, his defensive awareness for right back is fantastic. And yeah, it was just, I don't know, I feel like people just used to bring him down because they used to compare him to Reece and Trent pretty much.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, because even his possession game is really good. Like playing through a press and stuff. He's probably one of our best players in that. And people just say that was one of his weaker parts of his game, but he's really good with Bowen in general. Like his just general awareness of the game is really good. Like he's not afraid to take people on as a right back, and he's just. I feel like he's just been given more freedom at West Ham, just in terms of like he's not feeling the pressure as much. When Man United, there's always eyes on you. Wan-Bissaka at West Ham, he feels like I can prove myself a bit more. I can feel like I can do something. I can try something, and people won't try and like, you know, with the pitchforks out afterwards, sort of thing. Without West Ham, he can.
No, true, but that's the thing, cause I don't know. I feel like West Ham recently, they've obviously been good, and he's been, you know,
good form. Yeah,
I'd say he's been a main reason behind it. And I don't know, even like this game. Now I know that West Ham's record recently at Stamford Bridge is pretty poor, but you know, you shouldn't. It's not one of them ones where you should be like mad. It's not going to be like a drilling, if that makes sense. Whereas if this was last year, I'd be upset if we didn't score 3 past you at Argyle.
Yeah, fair.
Personally, but this year it's a little bit different. Nuno's got he's got something rolling.
For the last couple of games he has, I think I still wouldn't be surprised if he put 3 past us still till this day. I'll be real, even with how we are right now. And the reason why I think we've done so well is because of the amount of attackers we've had on the pitch. Like we've been given more freedom to actually like pass around the ball and take the shit off the attackers. And when it comes to the wingers, some of them, Bowen especially, because of the people we've had up front, that brought them into the game. But Wan-Bissaka coming back from AFCON has been so crucial for us because Walker Peters was like he was playing well, but it's just Wan-Bissaka has more to his game. Like him and Bowen just have a very good relationship. Like despite how shit we've been, them two over the past 2 years have played really well together, which is funny considering where we've been.
Wait, can I ask you a question? Because I've only really watched some highlights and just like check the scores or whatever. So what would be like, what would be your what's your go-to team right now?
I'd say the team that started the past 2 games, so Areola in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Mavropanos, Todibo. I'd say Diouf and sort of Skulls because he's back. But Skulls has been good recently, but either way I wouldn't mind. Fernandez and Souček just in the pivot, just behind Bowen, Pablo, and Somerville, and Tati up front. That seems to be our best team right now. It's the most balanced, with most attackers on the pitch. So,
yeah, to be fair, Mateus Fernandez is another one. He's stepped up. He was one of Southampton's better players last year, and this year he's been I think he's taken up a level. So I don't know, man. I feel like we'll see, man, because if I'm not wrong, the next game after this, I believe, is for you anyway, not for us. I don't know who our next game is. I'm trying to... It's not Arsenal, is it?
Yeah.
It's not Arsenal.
Arsenal's Tuesday, and then we got Wolves away.
There you go. For them. I know we've got
we got Burnley away.
Yeah, Burnley
away. Oh, that's light. That's light, man.
It's not light for us because relegation battle.
So it's the wrong one for that.
It's a relegation battle. Like, because... Bro, Burnley are down there. They're going to look at it as an opportunity to turf more and all that. And Nuno away from home, despite the Tottenham game. I'm not too sure. That's a draw written all over it, in my opinion. If we don't beat Stoke, it's a disgrace.
Nah, you'll beat them. Burnley are not saying much at all, I'll be honest with you.
I know, but it's only been the past 2 games for us. It's not enough for me to say that we're going to take the form into Burnley and carry it on.
Oh, so you might give that form a little knock too, I'll be real.
Now, the thing is, because I'll be honest, I don't think in fact, I think you'll lose to us, if I'm being honest. But, as I said, I don't think you'll be in like a drilling or whatever. I think if I was going to give a prediction, because I'll be honest, one thing that people haven't spoken about with us is our performances haven't been like, scintillating 10 out of 10 the whole way through. And they're never going to be like that, but I feel like they can definitely be better in games. So, I don't think if we beat you, it's going to be one of them ones where it's a whitewash thing, if you get what I'm saying. It'll be like a 2-1.
It'll only come down to that. This was a question that just popped in my head. Like, how have you improved at set pieces? Because we had a lot of joy with you when it came to the corners last time.
Yeah, that was a Potter thing. That was a Potter thing more. If the one thing we've actually improved under Nuno is defending set pieces. It's not like we were like really good at them. Like we still concede the odd one, but
you were really bad.
Yeah, you're not going to get the same one. Like I've never seen that before. Not even under Lopetegui. Not even under the back end of Moyes, where we conceded that many set pieces. It was ridiculous.
It wasn't even just set pieces, Nate. The way, if you look at all the first 3 goals that we scored, actually, no, forget the corner, but they came from crosses. Now West Ham from crosses were terrible. So I don't know if they're any better or worse now.
It was mainly because. So I'll say crossing hasn't really improved that much because Diouf doesn't engage, and Mavropanos and Kilman mainly when they play, their concentration isn't good. I think Taniba Mavropanos, to be fair, Mavropanos improved a bit when it comes to heading the ball out and stuff, but it's just when he's tested. It's like a lot of teams now just whipping crosses and then their strikers don't approach with the ball. Like Mavropanos, cool, that's your job. You can do all of that, but it's when he's marking and that we can still get drawn out. Like we literally conceded a cross against Sunderland like last week, but that's because our players got drawn out on the transition, etc. But we've improved a little bit on crosses, but it won't be Potter bad, but you can still get us when it comes to cross. You can still whip in a cross and ask a few questions of West Ham for sure.
Yeah, man, I hear you. I don't know. I think it will be a good game. Something tells me.
I'll be at the end of the day, that's the thing.
No, something in my head tells me this has the potential to be very high scoring. I don't know why. I think this could.
Well, West Ham are fighting for their lives as well, so when you factor that in, we are complacent at times.
That would just be defensive bozo moments if that was the case.
Exactly.
No, this one. So don't knock this. Don't write this down as a prediction, but I would not be surprised if it ended like 4-2. If it ended like 4-2 Chelsea.
Oh God, yeah. I'll be surprised if we score. I'll still be just because, like, as much as the past 2 games recently, Nuno crumbles under these type of games. Like he just goes for like the draw and then ends up losing, and then we don't end up actually testing the keeper. It's only the past 2 games we've actually tested the keeper. So I'm interested to know how we can.
Yeah, but
but that's from the bench.
Yeah, true.
I hear you, but I don't know. I feel like with I feel like this year, because if you look at Nuno, obviously I know it's a different team, but with Forest, I don't think Nuno lost the game at the Bridge. I think he played 2 and then he won 1 or drew 1. No, sorry,
he nearly won in his first season with Wolves, and then Hazard bagged the equaliser. Then 1920. We beat him 2-0. That was last game of the season to get top 4.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember. So then the season after it was a draw. The season after that it was another draw.
0-0 Tuchel's first game.
Yeah, then the season after that was a 2-2 with a last minute equaliser. Season after that he wasn't. Season after that he wasn't there. Then at Forest. Wait, hang on. I'm sorry. With Spurs, no, he didn't play against us at the Bridge with Spurs.
No.
With Forest, he played 1 game, I believe, and drew that. A game we really should have won, to be honest, because we had too many chances. I think who scored? Was it Chris Wood? Who scored?
Oh yeah, that was Nuno. Yeah.
That was the game where the goalkeeper.
No, Milinkovic. That was it. I think Milinkovic scored.
No,
that was the game where Ward-Prowse got sent off. Ward-Prowse got sent off in it.
Yeah, that was Chris Wood. Pause. Yeah, that was him.
Fair enough.
It was him, and then Noni got the equal. So I don't know. That's why I'm saying like something tells me this will either be very tight or high scoring. I don't see any possibility of a draw, to be honest. I think someone will win this game personally.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see it being us. I'll be real, but I hope it is.
I barely see a draw, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. I can't see us getting a point at Stamford Bridge. We ain't even got a point at Stamford Bridge in time.
What was the last time? But I swear, I remember the last time.
It was when they beat us, Cresswell.
When they put that David Martin guy in goal.
Yep.
It was his first game.
Yeah.
It was his first game. He was like he was what? 3rd choice keeper. Never played a Premier League game in his life. And put in a man of the match performance. I was fuming.
I remember we were cussing the shit out of Ogbono when one of the players went down injured.
Hey, Ogbono, that's my centre back, man. That's my centre back.
Let me see if I can find the vlog, man.
That December run was terrible. I remember even Michael Obafemi slapping against us for Southampton.
Oh my God, Michael Obafemi, I remember him. Fucking hell.
Yo, yeah, I remember that. Then he ended up cheating one of my mates after that. But hey, it was a story for another day. Fucking hell, bro.
What are your girl mates?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck it. Yeah, let me not say who she went around. So I'm gonna leave that one. So opening a book we don't need to open, guys. It's my fault. Where was it? Yeah, that was it. This was the last time, bruv. I remember one of your players went down. We started just cussing the shit out of Ogbono because he was trying to rattle us. But... Our heads were fucking gone that day, man.
Hey, big up Ogbono, man.
Because look, he's injured. Fuck off, man. No one gives a shit about your injury. Fuck your injury. Good old days, man. Super Frankie Lampard in the dugout and a shitty ass home record.
Pure vibes, isn't it?
Yeah, that season was actually vibes. Whatever the hell the second run was, that was horrible. That first season was actually vibes, man. Some of the greatest away trips that I've had. Tottenham and Arsenal done in the same week and just your random loss to Southampton in between. And then it all got ruined by the vid. Fuck all of that. But score predictions. What are we predicting for the game, guys? I'm going 2-0 Chelsea. It won't be an amazing performance, but I'm going 2-0.
3-0.
2-0, yeah.
Yeah, 2-0.
I'm hearing bare nils. All right, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Abs, what's your score prediction?
You know what? I'll be brave. I'll go 4-1 Chelsea.
4-1 Chelsea. Cool. Mike's, what are you saying, bro?
I'm saying 2-0 Chelsea as well. I don't see us scoring, but it'll be like 60 or 70 minutes or some shit. You guys will run away with it, control the game.
That's well, we got a lot of nils then. I hope that's the case, man. You, man, we're going to wrap up the stream here. Big up to the panel. Big up to the chat. Shout out every single one of you that's locked in. We'll be back live tomorrow for the watch along.
Yep.
Anybody, a sub to Mike's and sub to Joey as well, guys. Who's live that we like? Oh, Gem's live. Cool. We'll send everyone over to Gem. Everyone head over to Gem's channel. We'll see you guys soon. Up the Blues, man.